Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grumman Pilot's YouTube channel. And today is Hangar Flying, episode 23, Friday, October the 29th, 2021. We're going to update you on where we are with the Project Tiger, and we have our usual mixed bag of tricks for you. So stay tuned to have some more fun. So we would like to ask you please subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notify to stay current with our content. So on the Project Tiger, we looked at our TANF system. Now, the Project Tiger had a TANF system already on it, and we were looking at all the components, and some of the wires were kind of frayed, some of the connectors were in bad shape, and so we contacted TANF and said, you know, we have one of your systems, we'd like to replace some of these wires, and we looked at the cost of doing that, and it was more than buying a new unit, so we contacted our sales rep, and he worked us out a deal. Now, we're going to trade in our old unit to get a new unit, but the new unit on the way, and we're going to have a new TANF system, so we'll be heating the cylinders through the inlets in the bottom, and we'll be heating the oil pan, and we're also going to have a probe that goes into the oil and warms it inside. So it's going to be a fairly nice system, and that's the update on the redo for the stuff on the Project Tiger. Now, also on the Project Tiger engine, we took all the baffle seals, and you can see they're just being held together with clecos, but they're back on the airplane after being repaired, primed, and painted, and we're just doing a test fit. Now we're going to have to put the seals on the baffle so we can have some proper cooling, but that's where we are right now with the Project Tiger. It's been kind of hard to get time to work on it. We've been busy with customers' airplanes in the shop, and you've probably noticed that from the increase in the number of videos that we've been having coming out. But anyway, the Project Tiger is coming along. The TANF has been ordered. It should be here. We'll get that installed, and then we'll move on with putting the baffles and the baffle seals on. And then also too, we did videos this week. We did one on preheat. It's getting that time of the year where people start thinking about it. You just don't want to leave your preheat on. If you've got an electric preheat or something, don't let it run continuously. That does more harm than good, but use it to warm the engine. And we did a video on the canopy, all the things that we look at when we inspect the canopy. And then also too, we also did a video on the exit ramps. Now, we have these produced for us, and then they're a little taller than normal. This is the basic design that Bob Stewart was using and that many others have copied, but we find that with the baffles and the turns and twists in them, they're good and they're rigid. They let a lot more air out, and they're good for good cooling. We just recently had a customer's airplane come in. He was having to step climb the aircraft to altitude because he wanted to keep his cylinder temperatures below 460. After we did his baffle seals and his exit ramps, his fiberglass ramps on his 76 Tiger were collapsing. He can now climb at below 400 degrees. So they are nice to have, but we did a video on those, so take a look at it. We also got in another batch of our firewall nose strut boots. These are made up for us, and we did a video on those too. So if you've got something before a 1977, you probably have one of these on your airplane, 2 or 4 place. But we did a video on those, so you can take a look at it there too as well. And just like the Grumman gang, what would videos be without making one about the flap system? And we did a video on the 2 and the 4 place, as well as a full detailed look inside the 4 place. And finally, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Jimmy Candeletti. Now, I know it's going to sound kind of strange. Jimmy and I are good friends, but I'm going to talk a little bit of trash about Jimmy. He sent me a package, and he filled it with that kind of packing material. Gets all over my blanket, gets all over the floor. By the way, the kittens do love it. And then the other update I have for Jimmy Candeletti. And Jimmy's got a new dog. And here he is. Isn't he a fine-looking fellow? You're going to love this part. Jimmy has decided that the dog's name is going to be Roscoe. So I don't know whether Jimmy's going to be calling for me or for the puppy, but we'll have to stay tuned and find out how all that works out in the long run. Now, when people subscribe to Grumman Pilots on YouTube, I go and look at their channel, who they are and what they might have in videos, and I subscribe to a lot of those people if they're aviation related. And I got a notification today. Here is a video called "A Tunnel of Clouds," done by somebody we know with a Grumman, and it's very well done with a GoPro Max. Made us end up buying one so we can have the effects like this when we take the shot from being in the 360 and unwrap it to be rectilinear. So go to YouTube and look up A Tunnel of Clouds. I think you'll enjoy that video. I'm not going to show it all to you here. And like I said, when I saw what the GoPro Max could do, I decided I'd buy one. Now we have one, and it's going to be interesting to see how we're going to work this effect into some of the videos that we do in the future. But here I am playing with it just to kind of feel for it and then do the conversions and all in the software. But again, it's another camera we have in our arsenal, and stay tuned for some more video from cameras like this. And again, thanks for those of you who are out there pushing the cutting edge of video and keeping me subscribed to it. So I appreciate all of that. So we've showed you in some of my health updates. This is my exoskeleton from Rewalk, and here's Nicole walking it, learning how to walk it with nobody in it. So, you know, when you see it like this, it made me want to name him Claude after Claude Rains, the Invisible Man. Well, the other day, Luann and I were having a day where we ordered Chinese food for dinner, and we got a blank fortune cookie, the invisible fortune cookie. So we took it to the therapy the other day, and we gave it to Claude. So now he has his own fortune cookie. And while we were going through our desk, we came across some paperwork that Ken used to save. And here is a receipt from a Mods back in 1985. And it was for selling some parts. And remember those MasterCards when you had those forms like that? Not like we do now where we have a swipe or a card or a smartphone. But anyway, that was back in the day. We thought you'd be amused by those pictures of the past from Mods. And a lot of people in their airplanes, especially the two-place, have a Carling switch up in the top. Now, Carlings are available in this color, white with a black rocker, black with a white rocker, and the original two-place had a white with a white rocker. So if you've got one, please let me know. If you've got a white-on-white Carling, we know somebody who's restoring a Yankee and they'd like to get it right. But most of our airplanes have them just like this. They're black rockers inside a white, and this is on a Tiger, and my other Tiger had the same color. And so finally, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring you some updates. It's almost Halloween here in the United States, so I hope you're having a good time with that. But right now, the Grumman Pilot Association, your GPA, has 2,885 members. We have produced 1,219 videos on YouTube. And YouTube subscribers, we have 5,424 subscribers. And this is an update as of October 28th, 2021. So that's where we are, and I hope you found all that useful. So I want to give you an update on the kittens. They grow up so fast, but people ask about them in the comments, and here they are when we got them just a little while ago. And again, they grow up so fast. They're getting so big and so playful. It's so nice to have them. So ladies and gentlemen, we hope you found all this update on Hangar Flying episode 23 useful and informative. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day flying your Grumman. You know, forget buying expensive toys for your kittens and cats. We find that just taking the aircraft spruce box and the paper on the tile floor is more than enough amusement for them for hours.